Well, g'day guys.
Hello.
We have finally sat down, we've got time, and we're going to do a bloody Q&A.
Yay.
I think we've been talking about doing this for a hell of a long time now,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
You should see the list of questions that I have though.
Oh,
so
massive.
this might be a two-parter.
Yeah, definitely. But
So can we get stuck into it?
yeah, let's just
do
rip
it.
in. We'll do
Yep.
it.
So I've kind of broken it up into separate areas. So we've kind of got one which is about why we started, budgets, things like that. Then we've got more family-related questions about us and us as people, I guess. Then we've got stuff about YouTube and more behind the scenes. Then there's stuff about the patrol, things about living in the van, and then things about locations we've been to. So that's it for now. So I'm going to put chapters in this video. I haven't figured out how to do it yet, but I'm going to, so you can go through and actually find exactly what you want if you're looking for one answer.
Yeah. So you don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing if you're just looking for one answer. We'll make that a little bit easier for you guys as well. But
I'll probably put the instructions right here below us about how to do that if it's difficult. If not, just keep watching or look in the description. All right, cool. So first up, who inspired you to take the plunge and take this journey?
It's a very good question.
It is. So, in my opinion, we were always a bit like travel-y when we were at home anyway. We used to go away most weekends. We'd spend a lot of time at Bribey Island. We used to go swagging.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We were typical get away on the weekends, go camping type of people. Just about every weekend we had available, we were out either full driving or finding a camp spot, somewhere to go and chill out for the night or 2 nights. Or there was always something like that adventurous happening, and we had a lot of friends that did the same sort of stuff. So for us to do this kind of lifestyle, I think we were sort of halfway there already. This is obviously, back then a caravan was like full-blown glamping.
Yeah.
Because for us, we had to go camping, we were roughing it sort of.
To be honest, I don't think we would have even considered a caravan back then.
Well, we didn't. We'd never considered a caravan, ever.
What inspired us, so someone I used to work with, her name's Tony, her and her family were actually planning this trip, and I remember when she first said to me, this is what we're going to do, I was like, you're bloody crazy. Like, what are you thinking? You want to sell everything and travel Australia? Yeah. But then watching her do it, we obviously used to go to Bribey with them and spend a bit of time with them as well. It kind of helped us make that choice and go, wow, that could be good for us. So,
I think that's what's kind of created what is today. It's amazing just watching other people do things that you either want to do or would like to hope to do one day, and seeing real people living that real lifestyle. It's inspiring, and I think that's probably a big reason why we are who we are at the moment. Yeah,
Tony and Tristan.
Yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, I think you've really pushed us.
Because you made this.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go next one. How we started and how long did we plan? So, how long did we plan? To be honest, I don't think we planned very long.
No.
Like I said, we watched our friends doing it, and we watched their highs and lows, and we watched them also hit the road and see how things went for them. So it really helped us to go, all right, we know what we do want to do, what we don't want to do.
Yeah.
Let's just hit the ground running and go for it, sort of thing. So planning wise, I mean, we weren't planning for years on end.
It was only a 12-month plan. Like, I think most people start out with a 6 to 12-month plan because they don't know. Well, not doing it, you're not going to know how long things are going to take until you actually physically get out there and do it.
Yeah.
So initially it was a 12-month sort of plan just to see what had happened and sort of run with it and just go with the flow basically. So 12 months I think was a rough plan.
All right. Was it hard to leave everything behind? I think we'd have different answers.
For me personally, no, absolutely not.
For me, yes, initially.
If you've seen some of the, I think the second episode when we left the house and literally let go of it. Yeah. She was very emotional that day. So.
Oh, I just couldn't stop crying. Like, everything was upsetting. And I didn't like that we were leaving friends, we were leaving family, we were leaving security, all these things. But in the same token, I was super excited. So
yeah, it was sort of 50-50.
It passed. It did pass. It wasn't a forever thing.
No, definitely not.
Righto.
Just quickly on that too, like, do you miss things like, if anything, it's mainly family because they're the people that you care about and you love and you see consistently and all the time. Things to do with the house, like materialistic things like furniture and your favourite blender and like all
I
these
don't even
things.
know why I cared so much, to be honest.
No, like it is really crazy.
How much it doesn't matter.
Oh, it changes your whole scope on things.
It really does. What point did we prefer a caravan over a camper trailer?
I think after watching you, Tony, and Tristan again.
Yeah, they started with a camper trailer in it.
Yeah, they started with a camper trailer.
Well.
They got 3 kids, and they're not the only people that we've seen since that have done the sort of camper trailer style,
and then upgraded,
and then soon upgraded. Yeah, because it's some people can do it, but a lot of people can't. So,
but a bit of background on that as well. So like we said, we used to swag and that, and we were actually at a caravan show, and we were looking at camper trailers because before this whole plan happened, we were going to get a camper trailer just to do Easter and long weekends and things like that because it was smaller to store, all the rest of it. So we were looking down that track, but then once it became a let's sell everything and go.
Yeah.
I remember saying to Chris, I'm like, I will not go in a camper trailer.
No.
I'm going to be precious here, and I need a caravan. Yeah. So. Yeah.
That was a very good call.
I'm glad.
To me, a camper trailer is more
camper trailers are awesome. Don't get me wrong.
It's a weekender. It's a week away. It's a 2-week trip away, and then you're coming home.
Yeah.
Caravan, you can basically set up, and it doesn't matter where you go. You've got everything you need with you, and it's all packed and ready.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it anyway.
Mm. All right. How do we fund our trip? So I'll explain this one, I guess. So
Good
pretty
question.
much, it is. But in the beginning, like I said, we were looking at doing a 12-month trip. So we sat down. There's actually a few questions here which are relevant. So we've got how do we fund our trip? What incomes do we have? Our budget and how much do we spend per week? So, and how long do we plan on traveling? So they're all kind of interlinked. So initially we were going to do 12 months. And we sat down and drew up a budget. So we figured out if we sell our house, because we owned a house, sell our house, sell the extra cars, sell all the things that we don't want to keep, save for a period of time. So all of those things put together, it meant that we could still travel for 12 months, not work on the road, and then come back with a nest egg and still set up, basically. So that was our initial plan. And then what's happened is, I'm trying to think what I'm going to miss about that question, if I will. Oh yeah, so the income. So what's happened basically on the road then is that YouTube's taken off, and that's now created an income. We do merchandise, that's an income. We have just started
Example A.
Yeah, we've just started YouTube memberships, that's an income.
Yeah.
Anaconda came about, that's also an income. So all these different streams of income now, rather than just having his job and my job, it's coming from different locations.
Yeah.
So we're at the point now where income-wise we can support ourselves, as long as we live within our means and don't go stupid in a sense.
Yeah.
So budget-wise, to begin with, we worked it out. It was around about $1,000 a week to do exactly what we wanted. And then when we got on the road, initially it worked out that our budget was way too generous. So
very generous.
We thought we were going to spend so many hundreds of dollars on fuel, but we're not spending as much as we thought. We thought we'd be spending a lot more time in power and water sites, and we weren't. So, I mean, even if you did spend a lot of time on a power and water site, if you did that 7 days a week, that's $240 a week versus what your rent or mortgage would be at home. It's a lot cheaper. So we over budgeted heaps. We thought we were going to use more gas. We thought we were going to need more food shopping, all of these things. So I reckon now, like, if I was to track it, I don't really track it as much anymore because I know that we're living within our means, I guess. But I reckon probably $600 or $700 a week is pretty realistic, unless we do something crazy.
Yeah, there's obviously the times where you'll splurge out and have a bit of an expensive tour because you're in a really good area, or there might be a scenic flight somewhere that you just cannot say no to. There's going to be times like that.
There's going to come a time Horizontal Falls was $800 an adult. So that's our weekly budget. But we're only going to do that once. Yeah. And we're going to spend that once, in a sense. So that's a splurge. Yeah. That's a really big splurge, actually. But
as well and truly worth it. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yeah.
So, yeah. Did I cover all of that? What have we got? How do we fund our trip? What incomes do we have, our budget, and how much do we spend per week, and how long do we plan on travelling? Well, initially we planned 12 months. Now,
it is well and truly blown out.
Yeah, we're just coming up to 12 months now.
Literally, I think we're in our 12th month now. in it. So
no, it's not.
Is it?
No, we're still 11 months, but
we're coming up to 12 months. So we're very close to like that goal that we set very early on in this sort of trip that we planned.
Yeah.
But obviously down to you guys, sponsorships, little things that we're doing to try and give back to you guys. Every little bit helps, and all that sort of stuff we were just talking about there is an income.
Yeah.
The smallest little bit, like $1 from somebody, goes so far. It allows us to be able to continue doing this, creating awesome content for you guys.
100 people doing $1 is $100 a month, which then pays for probably 2 nights accommodation a week.
Well, that's fuel, or that's
or a tank fuel,
a replacement toy or something. Like there's so many little things that can help out because it is a cheaper lifestyle. A small amount of money does go a long way. So, yeah.
Anyway, all right. What's next? Is this lifestyle cheaper than living in a house? Well, I just mentioned that before.
Massively.
Even if power and water sites, if that's all you did at $40 a night, which is an expensive site.
That's a very generous amount.
What I worked out to be $280. So, $280 is pretty cheap per week, and we're not doing power and water every night. Well, we have been lately because of the wet season. It was so hot and humid, but we don't normally. It's normally a few nights a week.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah.
Or go for a deal where you get a few nights free or
there's, well, for example, Lake Argyle, where we are, it's only half an hour, 40 minutes down the road. They got to, stay 3...
No, pay one.
I'll pay one, get one free.
So buy one, get one free, and you can do it over and over. So stay for 6 nights and pay for 3 nights. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to.
It's always good to, make sure where you're heading to. Just give them a call, see if there's anything going. Sometimes they won't mention it or there'll be nothing about it. But as soon as you ask, sometimes there's been quite a few times where we've got like a deal at that time, even though there wasn't anything said about it, but it was there at the time. It just pays to ask sometimes.
All right. What did we go through the last few weeks before leaving?
A lot of emotions.
Well, me. He had to deal with my emotions.
Oh,
if you want to see that, I was going to say probably the best bet is literally to go back and watch the episode.
Yeah.
So, up here, somewhere in the corner, I'm going to go chuck in a card, which you can link to that episode.
Yeah. We literally did
I'll show you everything.
A full rundown on packing up the house, putting in storage units.
Feelings, picking up the van.
Everything. Yeah, there was a whole lot.
First time towing.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we filmed everything from the start because it really helps people out there that are thinking about doing the same thing, just to get an idea.
At the time, remember, we struggled finding other channels that had actually done that. And we were like, why hasn't anyone shown before they get in the van? So we made a point to actually show
to make sure we
the good bits and the bad bits of that.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
All right. What is our plan when we get home?
Haven't even thought about it. To be honest, I don't think, it's too spontaneous at the moment. There's so much going on. And our future is quite exciting, so there's a lot of potential there.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's changing every week. Like, we could make a plan now, but in 3 months, it could be blown out of the water completely.
We don't even know where we're staying in 2 nights' time.
No, we kind of like not knowing what's going to happen, because that's what makes it exciting.
When it was still a 12-month lap, I was on maternity leave, and I was able to go back to my job when we got back. Chris unfortunately had to resign, but I reckon you would have got a job where you were straight away again anyway.
Yeah.
So our goal was always to come back and go to our general Brisbane area, buy another house, pick up our lifestyle again, and we had an awesome 12-month holiday. And that was always the plan to begin with.
That was the original plan, but like I was saying,
but it's just changed. That's all.
So many things have happened in this 12 months that have now changed everything again completely. So
can you get me the Mozzie stuff? I am being smashed. If I sit here and do this whole video, I'm going to end up I'll look like I got chicken pox. Okay, so we're on to a bit of a different area now. This is more around Chris and I and our family. So a couple of questions for you. So how long have we been together?
5 years? Was it 4? We had this conversation about a month ago, didn't we? So
we're technically 4 years based on our anniversary, but we'd been together for a while before that, but he's just slow to do things. So he's slow to do everything, basically. Another thing in here, are we married?
Not yet.
You just keep getting asked this, hey? Like, one day it's going to have to happen, otherwise you guys won't like him.
I'll give you a small insight. I'm a very sentimental person. So when something's that big, I want it to be perfect or somewhat perfect. So, like, I've got a few ideas, but it needs to be, those things need to line up, which it will. I've got quite a few ideas, and when they line up, then it's going to happen.
And that's why we've been together probably nearly 5 years, but our anniversary is 4 years because he's really slow to do anything. Okay, what jobs did we have before we left on this trip?
I was a heavy machine operator. Yep. So I worked in a lot of quarries and a few mines up and down the east coast of Queensland. So basically just a lot of, dirt doctor, getting down and dirty and driving big toys.
I was a enrolled nurse, so it was quite a new career for me actually. I had only been doing it about 1.5 years and then fell pregnant, so then I ended up on maternity leave. So that was my career change, I guess.
Yeah.
The other question here, which I'm glad to put this in because I think a lot of you have this question. What side of the family does Jayda get her red hair from?
Oh, that's a really good question.
If you've already done the maths, we've been together 4 to 5 years.
Yep.
Jayda's 7. So we are a step family.
Your modern day family.
Yeah, literally. Chris is an amazing dad to Jayda. Unfortunately, Jayda's dad's no longer around. He passed away. So Chris has filled that hole and you do a really good job at it. And she's really lucky to have you. But the really cool thing about our family is that we've got Chris's family, my family, Jayda's family. You know, everyone gets along, everyone can be together in the same room and everyone can have a good time and everyone enjoys each other, which is so cool. So that's awesome for Jayda that she's got that.
Yeah.
And Jack has kind of just completed our little family. So, yeah.
It's quite diverse and there's a lot involved.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, in a nutshell, it's just an everyday modern family.
We don't talk about it day to day all the time.
No, there's no real need to.
Well, not just that. It's nice for Jayda to feel normal.
Normal,
you know,
part of the family.
She's got a dad, she's got a mum, she's got a brother. So that's how it is. So her red hair, the point of the question, the red hair actually came from her dad. Her dad was like bright red, like Ronald McDonald red, right through his whole childhood and adult life. And Jayda was born even redder than what she was, and it's just lightened as she's gotten older to that strawberry kind of colour.
She's got charmed blonde.
Yeah.
And it's sort of mixed together and made it more of a strawberry.
If you put my hair next to hers,
it's almost
nearly exactly the same. Yeah. So she's got a little bit of me at least, but yeah.
She's very lucky to have the hair that she does. Not many kids have that sort of hair.
Yeah.
So that's the background.
All right. Actually, while we're on background, I'll tell you one more fun fact. You probably wonder, like, how everything happened so fast from that point of view, like if Jayda's dad wasn't here and then us being together and everything. But we knew each other in school as well, so we actually have a lot more background than our 4 or 5 years together. So
anybody from Logan, that's where we're from, around that region. John Paul College.
Yeah.
I went to John Paul College for 2 years, and
I
you
was
were
there
like pretty much
forever,
the whole time. But that 2 years that we were there, we ended up being in the same class, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, was it 1 year, 2 years?
We got school photos where, like, the teacher's there, he's on one side, I'm on the other. We hang out together and, you know, go do little lunch and big lunch together and that. And then we had kept in touch on Facebook prior to even being together as well. So, yeah, there is history there.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few years of history back and forth. So,
anyway,
fun fact.